Hi folks, it's Linda Scannell from lindascannell.com, and I help business people create their own photos and videos for social media. So what I'm going to talk about today is some habits that periscoping gets you into that really you shouldn't do when you're recording videos for your YouTube channel or your website or your blog. So hi Karen Hobday, nice to meet you, hello, thanks for looking in. So Periscope gets you, somebody who used to do video, or does video a lot, Periscope, hiya, gets you into quite a few little bad habits that you shouldn't do really when you're filming video. Oh, thank you for the hearts already, thank you. So the first thing to avoid, there's three main things to avoid. The first one is don't video vertically. So with Periscope we have to have the camera upright. Because of the way the hearts and the comments work, and I did try it the other way around but it doesn't swing round. So hi Gary. Yeah, so with Periscope you've got to do it vertically, at least for the time being. I did watch Periscope's own Periscope a few weeks ago, and lots of people were asking when can we video horizontally, because it does make life easier, particularly as a lot of the camera supports are geared up for holding your phone horizontally, not vertically. And they did say it was coming, but they weren't specific on when. And I'm guessing that's quite a big update to the software to get it to be able to do that. So with Periscope, yeah, you do need to do it vertically. But when you're recording videos for putting on YouTube or on your video blog or Vimeo, wherever you host your videos normally, you need to hold the camera horizontally, so long ways. The same format as your telly or your PC or Mac screen. If you don't do that, and if you've ever uploaded any of your own Periscopes to YouTube, you notice you get big black lines down each side of the video, which is a waste of space really. So, and it doesn't look very professional. So yeah, upright for the time being for Periscope, but horizontal when you're doing videos for your website or YouTube. So that's tip number one. Tip number two, I always teach my clients to use the rear camera, not the front-facing camera. Now, why do I do that? Well, obviously with front-facing you can see yourself as you record it, which is great for Periscope. But certainly for the time being, on most phones, in fact I'm pretty sure all phones, the front-facing FaceTime camera that you use for Periscope is not such good quality as the one on the back. So if you get a support for your phone and can set it up so that you always record using the back camera, then you'll have a much better quality video. Now I'm lucky enough to have an iPhone 6 and they've really upgraded the quality on the front camera, so it's just about good enough for using for, you know, proper YouTube videos outside of Periscope. But it's still better, I think, because video quality is improving all the time, to use the better camera on the back, and that way you're future-proofing your videos. They'll still be good enough quality in 2, 3, 4 years' time. So that's another thing that's different between Periscope and doing videos for YouTube. So use the rear camera, don't use the front camera. Okay, so with me so far. So the final tip is look straight into the lens. Now it's hard with Periscope because you're looking for your hearts and your comments, so you keep looking down at the screen so you can read those. So if somebody gives me a comment or a heart now, you see I'm looking down there, but then you can't see myself. Yes. That is another advantage of looking at the lens. I'm using the rear camera as well. So I'm looking down now at the comments, but if I look straight at the lens, you'll see it's like I'm looking straight at you now. I'll keep looking down in case I get any comments. So that's much better and it's far more engaging for the viewer. Again, it's hard on Periscope because you've got to look at your peripheral vision to see if there are any comments popping up. And if comments pop up, you've got to look down. But strictly speaking, when you're using the camera, you should look absolutely straight into the lens. And even with a smartphone where there's only a sort of like an inch or two difference between looking at the middle of the screen and looking at the actual camera lens, then you still notice the difference on the eye line. So it's just more engaging to look straight at the camera. Hi Mel! But again, I miss people joining, so that's why I'm not doing it in Periscope. But if you're doing Periscopes, don't get into the habit then when you're doing normal videos, of looking at the screen. Do look straight into the lens of the camera. And that's the same if you're using a DSLR, that's exactly the same. Look straight down the lens. Imagine that you're looking down the lens and at the other end is the person that you're talking to, your ideal client or whoever you're making the video for. So that's 3 things. So just to recap for those of you who just joined, when you're not doing Periscopes, hold the camera horizontally, and then you'll get a nice video that fits the screen nicely on the PC or the TV. Use the rear camera because it's much better quality than the front camera. So that will give you more future-proofing for your videos and better quality videos for people watching in high resolution. And look, when you're talking to the camera, look straight at the lens. Don't look at the screen like I'm doing now. Look at the lens. You can see the difference. Does that make sense to everybody? Show me some hearts if it does make sense. And if you're watching it on the replay, I realise a lot of people don't realise you can actually give hearts on the replay as well. So, oh, thank you for all the hearts. Oh, thank you, Jess. Yeah, so, you know, don't get into bad habits with Periscope. Periscope is great and I absolutely love it, and it's really good for practising getting fluent on camera. So I'm a big Periscope fan. Oh, thank you very much. But when you're making videos elsewhere, just remember those slight changes that you need to make to get the best quality stuff.